Hey YouTube, Omar here, and I have a couple videos to make on this fine Monday of spring break. But the first video I want to get to is the Mets, and really, in not a dissatisfactory series, for lack of a better word, against the Angels. So basically, game one we should have won. I feel like it turned into a marathon game, and late in the game, with the bases loaded and one out, Jeurys Familia hits Hank Conger with a pitch, which eventually led to, of course, a walk-off. Game two, we had a big lead, blew it again, but luckily won in the 13th on Anthony Recker's home run. And yesterday we just got pummeled 14-2. So it's not terrible, but it's not good either. The Mets are really struggling to hit early in this season, and that's a problem because it's not fair to the pitching staff, who, for the most part, except for yesterday's game, especially the starters, except for yesterday's game, has had a pretty good year. The first series of the year, the bullpen was god-awful, and since then they've improved. The only real fault they had was Jose Valverde giving up that 3-run homer to Raul Ibanez to blow the save the other day in Game 2 of this Angels series. Luckily, we were able to work our way past that and win 4 innings later. But besides Bartolo Colon yesterday, there really hasn't been that bad of a start. And to be 4-6 when our pitchers are pitching this well is really not good. I think I saw a stat before yesterday. So as of Saturday, we were 28th in the league in batting average. It's something like a 207 or something like that. It's not going to cut it. We have one guy hitting 300. It's Juan Lagares, and I'll be the first to say he's having a great year. Because every Mets fan that is worth their weight in Mets knowledge and follows the team knows that if Juan Lagares can just hit, he doesn't have to hit 300. If he could just hit at a decent 265, 270 clip, he'd be great because his defense has always been there, and he is one of the best, if not the best, defensive center fielder in baseball right now. Hold on just a second. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, the pitching has been good. The hitting has been not. David Wright's struggling, and he got ejected yesterday because the umpire, forget his name, but he was having a tough day behind the plate. Really, a questionable strike zone. Although it was a consistent questionable strike zone. Wright and Murphy were tossed late in the game for arguing from the dugout. And I mean, it's passion, but whatever. We've now won 2 series and lost 2 series, but because of the sweep, we're 4-6. And we have the the Arizona Diamondbacks coming up for 4 this week. Now the Diamondbacks, I believe, are 4-11, something like that. They've really, really, really struggled. And this should be, if there is an elixir out there for the Mets in terms of their hitting woes, this should be it. The Diamondbacks, ever since losing Patrick Corbin, their ace, earlier in the season, have been just god-awful pitching. Apparently they're giving up like 6 runs a game or something so far, which is ridiculous. So the Mets have got to find a way in this warm Arizona weather, because we're playing the 4 out in Arizona to finish this 10-game road trip, which we are 3-3 on. We got to find a way to at least 2 out of 4, but I'd be way happier with 3 out of 4 and getting back to 500. We haven't been 500 since we were 0-0 on opening day. But yeah, this is the series where the Mets have got to realize that we're catching a team at a good time. We're catching the Diamondbacks at a time when they're really struggling. The pitchers can't get in a groove, and Trumbo's hitting, and Goldschmidt are hitting, but the rest of the lineup is quiet. So let's go out there. Let's get at least 2, if not 3, if not 4, of course, from the Diamondbacks. No way in hell we should lose this series. I think tonight is Zach Wheeler against Josh Colementor. I mean, that should be a win right now. Zach Wheeler has to get his shit together and find a way to win that game tonight at 9:40 p.m. So anyway, I'm gonna come at you with 2 other videos. Basically, a Knicks video because they've officially been eliminated from the playoffs, and Islanders video because their last game of the season was last night. So I'm gonna come at you with those 2 videos later on today, and peace.